Where you are? Yeah. So question 96. We're gonna have to find the equation for the line with y-intercept of 15 and x-intercept of k. And this line is perpendicular to 5x plus 2y equals 18. And we have to find k. So basically have to find the x-intercept. So first we need to get this equation and put it into y equals mx plus b format, because it's the easiest format to work with for this specific question. So you have 5x plus 2y equals 18. So to isolate y, we have to subtract 5 from both sides, 5x from both sides. So you're gonna have 2y equals 18. Actually, let's put the x in the front, because that's gonna be easier afterwards. So negative 5x plus 18. So all I've done is subtract the 5x. And we're going to divide both sides by 2. So we're going to divide this side by 2. I'm going to divide this side by 2. So since if we divide the whole thing by 2, we can write it like this. Divided by 2. But since they both have a common denominator, we can actually split up the fraction. And we can say negative 5x over 2 plus 18 over 2. They mean the same thing because they have the same denominator. And so these two 2's cancel out, so you're going to have y equals negative 5 over 2x plus 18 divided by 2 will just give us 9. And now we have an equation in y equals mx plus b format, so it's much easier to work with. So we must remember that our equation will be perpendicular to this equation. So if it's perpendicular, the slope changes. So we're going to have the inverse, so 1 over m, I'm going to make that slope negative. So our slope right now is negative 5 over 2. So that becomes, so narrow. So that slope becomes 2 over 5 and it becomes positive because it was already negative. So if you take the negative and negative, it becomes positive. So this is our new slope for the line we're trying to find out. So let's write that in y equals mx plus b format as well. So y equals mx plus b. So y equals m, the slope we already know, which is 2 over 5. So 2 over 5x. And actually the question gives us the y-intercept. So the y-intercept we have is positive 15. So our y-intercept is plus 15. So now x is k. So the x-intercept is k. So if you have an x-intercept, you're going to have a value of x, and you're going to have y equaling 0, because that's the definition of an x-intercept. In this case, this x is a value of k. K is just a substitution for whatever this value would be in the future. So right now we can just write it as k0. That's the coordinates of the x-intercept. So we're going to just sub these values in this equation, and we're going to just do algebra and solve for k. So for y, we're going to substitute 0. You're going to have 0 equals 2 over 5 k instead of x plus 15. So the first thing we need to do is subtract 15 from both sides because we're going to isolate k. So we're going to have negative 15, so minus 15 both sides, sorry. So you're going to have negative 15 equals 2 over 5k. So these two just cancel out. And now we're going to isolate the k by multiplying by 5. So we're going to multiply both sides by 5. So negative 15 times 5 will give us 25 to 75. Negative 75 equals 2k. So we have negative 75 equals 2k. So we're going to divide this answer by 2 to just get k. So we're going to divide this by 2 and we're going to divide this by 2. So we're going to just leave that as is, as a fraction. So negative 75 divided by 2 equals k. So since we're trying to find the line, usually we're going to have equation in y equals mx plus b format. So we're going to have y equals mx plus b. And now we know what k or what x is when y equals 0. So, to have that equation, we're going to say y equals